So, Tim, we have Ruby Ali here from Athletics Essendon, Jungfer of Athletics Essendon, Rhodes of Chilwell, Day of Knox, Dixon of Chilwell, Postons, Ashton of Box Hill, Atkinson doing some pacemaking in our late start. There was Elizabeth from Williamstown, who I've already missed her surname, but seems like a lovely girl.
So let's see how they settle down. The pacemaker is well back. And it looks like... I think that's Rhodes who is leading that. So 2-1-1-5 is definitely Tess Rhodes. So Atkinson's sitting back and she's got a nice little pack, including Elizabeth. So he has calmed her nerves. But Tess Rhodes leads it, Nick, as they come down into the darkness of the back straight.
Tim, down the back straight here, the girls have decided the pacemaker's not the one to follow, so they're going to set their own pace here.
Yeah, well, Tess Rhodes has really gone for it. And, you know, Tess is a great runner, so why not?
Tess Rhodes, 79. I think that's pretty quick, Tim. Your little maths chart will tell me.
That's about a 10-minute pace.
10-minute pace, so 10-minute pace out the front from Tess Rhodes.
So Rose has got good form coming down the home straight. I'll just pick up who's coming a second there. I think it might be Ruby Ali. Yeah, 30. So it's Jungfer from Athletics Essendon. She's clearly second behind Rhodes. Then we've got the pace bunch, and Carly Atkinson's thinking, boy, I've got a lot of friends at the moment because they are all around her.
That'll be fine. Just get it. You'll find your... So, Tim, just a reminder, there's still 2 races to go, and a few athletes have only just shown up recently. You do need to make sure you collect your hip number from the 100-metre finish. Collect your hip number from the 100-metre finish before you race, please.
Yeah, we will have to go a bit easy on them, though, Nick, because they're tired. It's late at night.
That's a much more controlled lap there from Tess. So she's got a 79 and a 90. So I think that's the sort of pace we're probably looking at. Carly Atkinson might need to keep the pace on a little bit for this pack, Carly. Maybe just push a little bit past those girls.
So Tess Rhodes still leads this from Jungfer from Essendon and the Atkinson crew. Just stalking there, but going very wide. And the girls have got to realise every lane out is an extra 7 metres per lap. So we don't want them running 3,200 metres. Yeah, that's great for the Melbourne Cup, but not here at Box Hill on the track.
I think we need the pace picked up a little bit there too, Carly. I reckon you need to get in front of those girls and drag them along. Give them a bit of a break. The wind has picked up a little bit. Just jump in front of them for us. Drag some PBs out of that group. But out in front, Tess Rhodes is still the one leading through. This will be... We'll see what she did. She went 79.90. Hopefully she's settled about that same tempo again now.
I hope you're not coaching from the infield, Nick Wall.
Not coaching at all, just telling the pacemaker what to do. I've seen Maury Plant do it many times in the day. So Tess Rhodes looks good. Amy Jungfer there, also there, and Carly now doing a good job there of taking that group through. Sit in front of them, Carly, help them out. So work that group through. All of them still tightly bunched and all well and truly on track to run some sort of personal best there. Some of this group blow out to 12 minutes.
So back into the home straight. not much changing here. Rhodes still holding good form, which is important. She comes through to get 4 laps to go. So we're getting close to that halfway mark. So Jungfer, I think, has bridged the gap, and she also is moving nicely. Atkinson's bringing her bunch through. Now there is basically 3 of them, then a gap to 2 more.
I incorrectly called, Tim, there was 2 races to go after this. I've been told there's still 3 races to go. This meet won't ever end. I got here at 4:30 and the 200s were starting. 6 hours later, 400 athletes for a Box Hill Track Classic. What a phenomenal feat it has been by the club to host tonight. But right out the front, though, more interestingly, Tess Rhodes is going to get some company very shortly, and that could really help her going to a quick time. Tess still looks very good, but Jess has now joined her there. Sorry, Amy, that is. Amy Jungfer. Amy Jungfer of Essendon is going to be not far back. Carly Atkinson doing a good job with that pace there. She's been helping out her teammate and training partner in Christine Ashton, a former MLC junior, if I believe correctly, on the track. Just behind them, it's the Knox athlete, and that's Jessica Day. Next on the track, Tiana Postons, Elizabeth from Williamstown, and then we go back to Ruby Ali from Essendon. And the field spread by about 120 metres.
So coming down to get 3 laps to go. The gap probably 15 metres now. Rhodes still holding good form, so is Jungfer. So Atkinson, the group with her is now 2. And she's gone a very long way into this race as well. So she's getting near that 2K mark. So Christy Ashton's still there. And I think it's Jessica Day, the other one. Bit of a gap then to Sarah Dixon. I think that might be Megan's sister. And the girls towards the rear of the field aren't doing too bad. They're still maintaining their pace nicely. Nick, what's happening on the back straight?
Well, there's people running, there's people cheering, there's people happy, there's a few people tired, falling asleep. But right now, it's only 8 metres between them, and it's 7:20. So if I'm correct, that would be a 2K split, Tim. 7:20 for our leader.
Certainly is. So that's 3:40 kilometre pace.
So 7:35 then for the girls in 3rd and 4th. So 15 seconds separates our race leader. And that's Tess Rhodes. And back to Chris. The 2 that are working together really nicely, though, in 3rd and 4th are Jessica Day and obviously Christine Ashton. And they're 15 seconds down our leader.
Now, current pace, it looks like we've now got 2 in the leaders. Jungfer has now joined Rhodes, just sitting to the shoulder. They're on 11-minute pace right on at the moment. So if Jungfer can go forward and take Rhodes with her, we might see over that last kilometre the girls actually kick down slightly. Pacemaker did a great job, but we now have 2 races in 2 as Jessica Day in the next position, and she's also there with Christine Ashton. Gap then to Dixon.
As they come down the back straight again, Tim, we're interested in here where the Tess Rhodes goes with how Amy Jungfer. Tess has led for a long way, and Amy Jungfer just going up to her shoulder. Will they stay together, do some work and share the load? No, Amy's happy to tuck in behind Tess. So with 600 metres to go, these girls are on track to still go sub-11. They're right on it. Gregor's getting excited, cheering on his Essendon charger there in Amy Jungfer. What do you reckon, Gregor? Is she going to run a PB tonight, Gregor? Gregor tells me it's a PB night. Yeah, PB night. So when Gregor tells you that, you know it's a fact.
All right, she's just now taken the lead and rejoined with Rhodes, but gee, Rhodes is gutsy. Look at this. Just been challenged, but won't give away that number 1 position. This is what we really want to see in middle distance running. So she's digging, going deeply into the well here. They're getting the bell there together. Rhodes slightly ahead of Jungfer. They're both going to run good times here. So let's get behind them because it's been a great performance. Jungfer had a bit of a gap to get in, to get on the back of Rhodes, and it's going to be an interesting last lap, Nick. So Day in next position, then Ashton, then Dixon.
So Tim, 10 minutes has just ticked over. The girls have got 280 to go. And I'll tell you what, it's been a gutsy run by Tess Rhodes. The first lap was a little bit too excitable, but right now she's kicking away here and she's in shape to run a big PB. Amy Jungfer is going to run a huge PB. PB was 11.28 coming in. Tess Rhodes' seed time was 11.20 if we're correct.
Yeah,
they are getting
45
excited with 150 to go, the crowd around here.
Yeah, we can hear the crowd from over here. They're getting very engaged over in the back straight, but they're also in the front straight, really going to cheer Tess Rhodes on. If this was Milers Club, she'd be putting a hand up for one of those encouragement awards. This is what we like to see. Led from the front, got challenged, went back to the front, and she's going to run well under 11 minutes here. Let's get them both in. It's going to be harder for Jungfer. So 10.53, 54. Let's get Amy through as well. She's going to do it. So 2 under 11 minutes. Amazing running. Tess Rhodes, what a race.
And right back here, Tim, there's still some girls flying around here, doing a great job. Tiana Poston's one of them here. She's got 1:20 to go. She came in with a 12-minute seed time, so I imagine that clock's going to be well under 12 minutes when she ticks around.
Certainly will. And we've got Ashton coming through now. She's taken third position, just ahead of Day. Sub 11.30 for these two, so I think that's mission accomplished there. Day came in for seed time of 14 minutes. So Dixon's next through, and then we got Poston's well under 12 minutes. So some great running. The girls collapsing on the ground. Ruby Alley's next through. So she's going to stop the clock. She'll be sub 12 minutes. And then we're going to see our final runner. That's Elizabeth Shirky. She's going to come through and round out the field. So that's the end of our female events.